Approval of minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes? Betty, can I have a second? Jimmy, thank you. Any additions or corrections to the minutes? Okay, let's vote. I already lost.
It's going to be a yes.
Yes. I'm going to go back there.
Okay, motion carried unanimously. Moving on, we'll go to the informational items. We've got the Tri-County Regional Planning Commission minutes, unsafe structures, and development summary. Does anybody have any questions on these? Okay, we'll file and receive those. Moving on to the zoning case. We have a zoning case ZBA 2025-0035, petition of Trent Overview. Can I have a motion to put that on the floor? Phil, a second. Terry? Andrew?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is zoning case CBA 2025-0035, the petition of Trent Overview. The owner of the property or the manager of the LLC is present in the audience today. This is a request to modify special use ZBA 2025-004, which is approved to allow for the conversion of existing retail space into indoor mini storage in accordance with section 20-5.8.2.4.a of the Unified Development Ordinance, which allows for mini storage facilities in the C2 General Commercial Zoning District. The petitioner proposes to modify the request to include the construction of outdoor mini storage space. This case was actually brought before the committee in January of this year. The committee and then subsequently the county board voted to approve the indoor conversion of the Madison Park Shopping Center, approximately 52,000 square feet, into indoor storage units. There were some concerns presented by the committee and subsequently the board in regards to the outdoor units. Since then, we've communicated with the petitioner. They've submitted a professionally designed site plan for Mauer Stutz here in Peoria that depicts the location of the bays, the access aisles, the lighting, the security systems, the fencing. We've spoken with the local sheriff. We've spoken with the local fire department in regards to security and safety concerns, and we believe to have addressed all that. So in this case, they're proposing to construct corrugated steel storage units on roughly 42,000 square feet of the parking lot. This parking lot space was previously utilized by Rent One, Kroger, and Family Dollar. Those are all vacant spaces, so those parking spaces are no longer needed. The remaining tenants still have the access aisles and the parking spaces, so that does not appear to be an issue any longer. Once again, the owner or the manager of the LLC is present should there be any further questions.
Thank you, Andrew. I've got a question on that now. You said it'll be in front of the Family Dollar and a couple of the other ones. So will the inside be taking the Family Dollar and those, not only the old Kroger store, but will be taking some of the other store spaces for the
That's
storage
correct.
facility?
The indoor storage will consist of 52,000 square feet of vacant space from Rent One, Kroger, and Family Dollar. There's one tenant remaining on the eastern side, and that happens to be a liquor store. So then the next three larger scale tenants have all been, for better or worse, they're no longer there,
Okay.
one reason or another. And then development to the west of that continues to operate. There's a number of smaller scale shops and stores in there.
Okay.
Their parking lot will not be impacted by this. We coordinated with IDOT, who said that they were okay with the entrance and exit so long, remaining the same so long as, the design of the plan didn't change any. So the petitioner did indicate that the development of the interior storage was really contingent upon the development of the exterior storage.
Okay,
And so he's resubmitted this design, a number of months later.
thank you. Anybody else have any other
Yeah,
questions?
I have a question.
Patty?
Do I understand then that those two facilities, they will be torn down, or will they be utilized for the indoors?
The indoor, the building itself is going to remain the same.
Yes.
The developer or the petitioner, Trent Overhue, has actually done this in northern Peoria previously under the CubeSmart brand.
Oh, yes.
And so they'll take the interior space and renovate it into a series of interior units that are climate controlled.
Oh, yes.
In this instance, the exterior units will not be climate controlled. They'll be your typical mini storage. However, there's a proposed restriction that there is no outdoor storage or anything stored outside of those units.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Any other questions? Marcia?
Did I understand your comment when you said that he hasn't done anything with the inside of the building?
That is correct. The petitioner indicated that the redevelopment of the interior of those buildings would be contingent upon the approval of the exterior units.
I guess
So-
I'm not understanding why.
He's not going to move forward with the interior unless he's able to develop the exterior. He said in his pricing model or his benefit cost analysis, he needed the exterior to support. And Mr. Bartholomew, I'm sure, can elaborate on that if necessary.
Yeah, because I don't understand the reasoning behind that.
So just the elements of scale to build everything.
I didn't know that.
It's, the outdoor is much more profitable than the indoor because there's no climate. There's none of the things, doesn't have to be heated or anything, so that kind of makes the development worthwhile. This is why, and once we bring in the crews to develop the inside, the outside is, it's a nice seamless process to do everything at once.
Okay, that answers the question at least.
Any other questions? Jim?
Thank you, Chairman Rosenbaum. And I appreciate the developer and the staff bringing this back because this butts right up next to my district and Sharon Williams' district. He was unable to be here for some certain reasons today. But the concern, which having something being occupied is much better than being unoccupied, that it has been. But knowing the area, there's some other storage in there. There's been constant police reports of break-ins and theft in some of those things. So the original drawing that was basically some red markings in the parking lot, no security details, was a big concern for the districts that butt up there. Knowing that there is a history of building other ones and a brand of CubeSmart with that, and the detailed drawings now, the detailed security process, the alarm systems, the anti-drilling out, clipping of the locks systems that's in here, and much, that was a big question of the flow of actual traffic around there. How does it work out? And really, this drawing shows much more from, like it or not, that liquor store has been there for as long as I can ever remember as a liquor store, and then it goes all the way to the Chinese restaurant that is right next to it. So it takes in, I think that was originally an old Bergner's before it was even in a Kroger. I agree. I would like to see the inside developed out before I see the outside, but I also understand the scalable model. Since he's gone through that, I've been debating whether or not to support this or not, but I think that history and these drawings, and if it will hold them to that, there's probably really no grocery stores ever coming back to that. It's really for that kind of square footage. It is limited to. I'm continue to surprise that there's that much people that need storage, but apparently there is because they're going up everywhere. But to that, and I don't know if we've historically done this, but I guess it's a question for the owner or developer. Like if we grant this today, are we going to see construction in the next year? I don't want to, some of these projects, what we've done is we grant the area the new zoning to it, and then it just sits there. So my concern is that if we gave you this zoning today, that there's no time limit on it, that it could be sitting there for 5 years and not developed. I'm just saying, if we give this to you, is there going to be some instant development on it? Or, because in the one plan, it did say that this was something to make the property more marketable, and there had been studies over it. I just didn't know if this was actually to try to develop it, to market it better, or if it actually had legs for this to go.
No, 80% of the facilities are vacant. And even the smaller sections, people, we have churches looking for free rent. We've exhausted, sure. We've exhausted most all opportunity. 80% of that plaza is vacant. And even, I was just mentioning that the people that are interested are churches that are looking for free, very small amount of rent. We've had a very difficult time, and somebody came to us interested in doing storage, but my realtor knew Trent. He's done 30 of these, and that one on Pioneer, I don't know if anybody knows where that is. I've been in it. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's ultra modern, and he showed me all the security and all the stuff. It's really first class. And this is his model.
And that would be the old Shopko, right? If you're,
I'm not familiar. It's on Pioneer. There's a Family Dollar next to it. I think, is that it? I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
It was previously testified as the old Shopko.
yeah, the old Shopko, and then I think CubeSmart is also, is that the same developer for the old Venture and Kmart?
I'm not sure about that. The only one that was part of the original petition or testimony was the CubeSmart that is located in the old Shopko in the Peoria jurisdiction.
That's the model. That's the model we're using. But that area is much bigger. He didn't require the exterior. That's coming, I think, later.
And Chairman Dillon, there was no discussion as to the timetable for development. So if it was the board's wishes to, or the committee's desire to add an additional restriction in regards to a development timetable, certainly we've, approached that model with some of the solar development. It may be appropriate here as well.
Would the owner be agreeable if we put a 4-year time limit for this to be developed?
Absolutely.
I think that's a fair time to get this off the ground because we had gone 3 on some other ones, but I think state law changed in the recent thing for solar where it's going to have to go to 4. So 4 seems to be a standard from start to finish. Is that something?
So, just to be clear, is there a contract existing with CubeSmart at this point?
The contract is with Trent, who is the developer, who he uses the CubeSmart.
But there is a contract to lease that space
No,
for
there's a
this
contract-
purpose?
No, there's a contract to develop that space. I've partnered with Trent. This is what he does for a living. He's done
So-
30 of these.
So to answer Chairman Dillon's original question, do you have a timetable for starting work once the zoning is
We
granted?
will look for permits as soon as possible. So it's contingent on financing, which I've already, we use Morton Bank. He helped with this. He said he's more than amenable.
Okay, thank you,
I'm told it's 6 to 9 months to build the entire conversion.
thank you.
Marshall?
You made the statement that the outdoor storage is actually where you make the money. What is the assurance that if we do approve this outdoor storage facility, you won't abandon the idea of actually even using the building and just doing the outside? Because that's where the money is. I mean, you'll have the building,
Well,
you'll
the
own
climate-
it, but
The climate-controlled storage is also very, very good. The two go together very, very nicely. The storage facility that's about a mile away is only outdoor. So there's a definite need according to the demographics.
Now, in the inside facility, will people be able to store cars, RVs, boats like that on the inside? I know you're not going to do it on the outside,
No,
Okay, so it'll be all smaller.
It'll be 10 to the 10 by 20 will be the largest.
Okay, okay. Any other questions? Jimmy, do you have one?
No, I just would like to see for comfort level, moving forward. I have full faith that the developer will go. He's at least provided better plans. I've always been, if you own the property, you should have the rights, but this needed to be secure. But I'm also become a little gun shy on some of these other developments where they've been perpetual, and that the same developer then would potentially sell you could sell the property after it's developed, but then sell it down the road and these agreements. So I would just like to see that this would be, and it seems like it would be agreeable, that I would move to amend with a restriction that this is only good, it has to be built within 4 years of the approval.
Okay, can I get a second to that amendment? Okay, Terry? Okay, so we vote on the amendment first.
This is agreeable to me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's take a voice vote on the amendment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the amendment carried. Moving on, is there any other discussion before we do the vote? Any other questions? Okay. All in favor of...
Paul, also for that, and I know that it's become a point of contention in some other parking lots, but I'm assuming in the lighting, there are some houses that border right through there that the lighting for security would not be overly obnoxious to the residents, and that would be part of the building permits, correct, Andrew?
We would certainly review the location of the lighting and the glare that it potentially would cause. I would be more concerned maybe with the glare on Harmon Highway than perhaps the residents.
The outdoor is more on the east side, which abuts up to that, is that a golf course there?
Madison Golf Course, yeah.
Yeah, so there's not a whole lot. The other lights will probably remain the same. There'll be some extra lighting in the parkway down the middle here, but the housing is to the west side, and I don't think it won't be.
West and across the street from where the bank and there's always been lights in there.
Yeah.
But in the parking lot, and then you have the ATM in the center, which has some lights.
Yes.
I just didn't know how much lighting, just trying to think through of what the neighbors would say if there was extra lighting. And then I'm guessing that would be, still have the bus route through there? Or
The
does the bus?
throughways and the driveways have not changed in any way, in any shape or fashion. So the way the throughways are now is the way they'll remain.
Thank you.
Any other comments, questions before we vote? Okay, we're voting for the zoning case. Please vote. Okay, that's not working. Anybody having trouble with theirs? Okay, mine's not working. Like, it's coming up, but it won't vote. Yeah, I keep hitting 4. I'll do another. There we go. Okay. Okay, we had 2, 4, let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 7, 4, 1 against. So it passed, and it'll be going on to the county board meeting. Next, we're at public comment. Does anybody have any public comment? Okay, seeing none. Miscellaneous, anybody have any miscellaneous? Okay, meeting adjourned.